What we have for the Air Ops branch as far as resources on the Castle Rock fire is we've got a total of 5 heavy helicopters. We call them Type 1s. And we have 4 medium helicopters and 2 Type 3 helicopters. Basically, each one of those helicopters has a different function as far as what they do in the air. The Type 1 heavy helicopters are our big lifters. They drop a lot of water, from 900 to 2,000 gallons of water. They don't haul people. They're mostly big, retardant, and water droppers. The medium helicopters on this incident have been very crucial in supporting the crews that are out on the line. We don't have a lot of road access to some of the crews that are what we call coyoted out on the line for 4 to 5 days. So these medium helicopters support them with the resources they need every day: food, water, fuel, to do what their jobs entail. And then the light helicopters are recon aircraft. They do lighter work type things. They fly the operations and the incident commander around so they can see progress throughout the day. We're doing our PSD burn, the ping pong, dropping the ping pong balls through the light helicopter. And then it's also our medevac and initial attack aircraft as well. So we keep the mediums and the heavies working all day, and we use the lights for the support work, flying the different people around.
Yeah.
When we use the helicopters to deliver product, whether it's water or retardant, there's a couple ways you see it done. You see it done with a bucket that hangs below the helicopter, where they dip it either in a river or a creek or a container that holds the water, or you see it through a tank on the bottom of helicopters. It's a fixed tank with a snorkel that hangs down that's roughly 20 feet long. They dip that snorkel either in the river, the pond, or a tank, and they can pick up water as well as retardant. So the helicopters can deliver both water and retardant in 2 different ways. The advantage to the tank with the snorkel is you don't have a 100 to 150 foot line hanging below the helicopter to catch on trees or various hazards. But they both serve their own purpose. For example, in a steep canyon where the trees line the canyon and we have a river down there as our water source, you can't put a helicopter with a tank hovering very low because his rotor system will hit the trees on the sides of that creek or river. The advantage to the bucket in that case is he's got a 150-foot height advantage between the water and the helicopter. So he can dip that down through the trees into the beaver pond or pond or river, get the water, and deliver it that way.
Hi, my name is Lance Cross. I'm an Operations Section Chief on California Team 3. There are 3 of us, one that runs planning ops, one that runs day ops, which is myself, and one that runs night ops. Our primary function is to orchestrate the entire daily activities, utilizing all our resources available, folks that you've already talked to: fire weather, fire behavior, planning, logistics, and we bring everything together to make our plan go from point A to point B. And an example of that is our priorities for today is to button up Division D and E. And this is the Fox Creek drainage here. This is a trail system that runs down to just adjacent to Highway 75. What we're going to do in here is do a bunch of burning to back it down to the control lines. What's important about it is we have to coordinate with fire behavior to know what the fire's going to do, fire weather to know what the wind's going to do, and then our air operations that supports all the folks on the ground by placing retardant on the outside and everything else. Along with that, our second priority would be to button up this piece of line here. This is on a ridge top. It hasn't moved in 3 days or so, and we're going to use heavy helicopters based out of our retardant plant over here, and we're going to paint this ridge, which means put retardant all the way across it to keep it in check, and make sure this is solid, so if we get a wind out of the west, it's not going to threaten the town of Kitchum. Our third priority, this is a dozer line that encompasses the entire southern end of the forest. And what we're going to do is we're opening this up with hand crews and bulldozers, and we're going to lay retardant completely around this entire part of the fire. The coordination is unbelievable. We had a 30-minute meeting with air operations and our helicopter operations, and we set priorities together, because along with those missions, we have 10 crews out there that need to be logistically supported with water, food, fruit, and things of that nature. And then we also have the priorities of the public, making sure we have structure protection. There's a town out here called Greenhorn. We need structure protection out there, and all our structure protection measures in here. Primary deal is we try to make everybody happy. We set our priorities, and we try to follow them through. There's a big deal. We're very accountable for everything we do. We're very accountable for the money we spend, and what we're trying to do is do the best job we can without cutting costs, but being cost conscious. That's pretty much what we do.